Hey, adventurers, and well met. Thank you all for joining us for another lovely, lovely session of Hand of God. We are in session 6. We're moving and grooving. Yes, resting at the tavern with the frogmen. Indeed. Inspiration has already been rolled. We rolled max. So we got a lot of goodies to kind of dole out. And as we're getting set up here, who remembers what happened last time within the Underdark?
We started out continuing our fight against the troglodytes, and we did manage to best them. We found that the troglodyte shamans had a strange symbol on them, and also some dwarven emeralds. So we tucked that away for later. And we also foraged for edible mushrooms in their cave before making our way to the Light in the Darkness Inn, or maybe just Light in the Dark. Apologies if I got the name wrong.
It don't
Light in the
matter.
Dark Inn, where we witnessed some bullywugs fighting some zombies over the bath. A sea hag came out, and it was starting to get a little weird when the informant we had requested to get some information from showed up. And that informant turned out to be Wood's mother. Unfortunately, they also have a case of amnesia and did not recognize Wood. Magillus has been, for around the last 6 months, I believe, going around the Underdark with no memories, and her trusty companion, the nursery. And it was awkward, but she was able to give us some good information and asked us to keep an eye out for her friends that use the same symbol that we found on the troglodyte shamans.
All right.
And then we all went to bed.
Basically, yeah. So, with that, with Magellus and the nursery now gone, you all basically leave off right at that point. They go off to collect for more mushrooms or strange organics or plants and weird things to make either into alchemical agents, potions, or other weird things that could be helpful or harmful, depending on who they sell it to. You've been fed. Your hosts, Beacon and her associate, Delg, a drow and a dwergar, running this lovely inn. The revelry has died down a bit. The sounds of splashing have finally ended. As we get this shot of 3 bullywugs wrapped in little fuzzy towels that just kind of splat and squelch their way into the large room, kind of splashing about. You hear as the door opens, "Shut the door behind you and don't let the cold air in. Stupid frogs." And the door slam shut. The rest of the patrons have left to continue along with their journeys, or some have also entered into the large room, being the cheapest. And all that's left are the now 6 of you, as well as those that work here, and everyone else leaves for the night.
Well, I say we go to bed. I'm tired. Muted, Phil. Or you didn't talk loud enough.
Sounds good to me. Am I muted?
You're good now.
No, not anymore.
No, you're here.
Where were we directed to our room? Was it the...
This big one?
It's the closest one. First on the left.
I get top bunk.
It's all just single bunks, single floor, just a row of bunks.
How many beds are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
8.
6. Okay. Here's what's gonna happen.
Mhm.
Wood is going to climb onto Oster's head and like start making biscuits on his pillow, like near suffocating him, and then girl.
Oster's gonna like spit out a bit of hair. Oh, what are you doing? Go get your own.
I just purr louder.
It's like that's Wood's bed now.
Oh, I have to. I forgot I still had the thing up. There we go.
It is the size of a gnome, right?
I am half gnome, half ragdoll tabaxi.
So this is just a large house cat for all intents and purposes.
Literally, I'm essentially the size, maybe, of Cuddly the Maine Coon.
I think Oster begrudgingly casts prestidigitation to like clean you and the area around you of fur, of loose shedding hair, if there's any, and even if there's not, he's gonna treat it like there is, and just.
As that all happens, Del closes the door, mutters something in Undercommon, which those that understand basically says, "At least they paid. Time to clean up this fucking mess. Oh, there's mucus everywhere." And you just hear a sound of like a mop and a bucket just clang down on the ground. And then just walks away to the east. So, now that you have paid for the quote-unquote better room, you have been fed, you all officially are able to have a long rest. Do not mark off rations, since, as I said, you've all been fed. And I would like everyone to please roll me a d20. As we're figuring out potions, so 1x basic, 1x superior, and 1x something.
I think Wood's in the way if this is anything to do with like quality of sleep or anything.
Yes, it absolutely is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Brock, and 13 also. Yeah, she rolled a 3. Not quite. All right, so for those that have rolled at least a 12, which is only Robin. Any sort of negative condition. So I see, for example, you have 43 out of 40. I have on your master token that you had max of 43 health.
Yes, then it went down due to. Was it the fire-breathing statue guardians that we fought? It went down due to something.
Sure.
Then you said at the end last time that this long rest would fix
Gotcha.
all the.
Gotcha. Yeah, well, so that is healed. That goes away. As well, since you rolled so high, Robin, you are also going to benefit from a few things. One, since you are so well rested, you have a choice until your next official long rest. You will have advantage on either dexterity saving throws or constitution saving throws, if you don't already have that. In addition, you will gain Constitution, okay. So make a little note of that until your next long rest. In addition to that, you will also gain, now roll me 2d10 plus 5. It's just one big bed, yeah. Next time I'll find one. You gain a total of 14 temporary HP. Temp HP. So that was for Oster. Does anyone else have a 10 or higher? No, I don't see. Fantastic. For those that rolled between 5 to 9, you will at least get some temp HP. So for those that just got 5 to 9, just roll me 1d10. That's it. Okay. And this is how much temp HP you get for free. No other benefits. And those that rolled less than that do not get any other bonus, which I think 13 is the only one that rolled that poorly.
Roll a 4.
Rolled a 4? Okay. Then never mind. Brock,
It's okay.
you don't get any.
I don't need it.
Okay,
Slow me
so
down.
Robin, you hear the sound of what sounds almost like a chicken doing the classic morning caw, but there's a lot more sort of wetness to it, a lot more guttural, like a little bit of a jowl moving, and then you hear the sound of like heavy sort of feet. As I need to get a picture up real quick, but I'll just get the token for now. Oh boy. As a creature runs into the room here, it's about the size of like a decent sized cat that starts cock-a-doodle-doing but has a lot more of a wetness to it. You notice as it walks, it seems to leave little pebbles at its feet. And then it seems to stop pretty much by the door and screams the loudest, jolting 13 and Barack awake. As you see, this creature, I'll get a picture here running away, just spring into action, just start howling. As it does, you hear a woman sort of walk down the hall. She looks into the room, sees the bird, and then immediately Delg rushes in, tries to grab it. It keeps jumping everywhere into the room. Delg just, come here, Bessie. Come on, Bessie, come. No, you're supposed to stay in your cage. And he's just shouting this all in Undercommon. Behind him, you see Beacon, our proprietor of the establishment, but is wearing a lovely silk nightgown. She has a little eye mask raised above her head with sort of like sleepy eyes. It's very cute and frilly, but her nightgown is just like pitch black with almost like spider web etchings all laced around. She looks, does one of these, and then walks past, reaches behind the bar, grabs a bottle, takes a big swig, grabs the bottle, and just starts walking down the hallway. Okay, I'll have to make a little handout here. But you are all greeted to this sight of Delg just chasing after this creature. What would you like to do as I'm giving this handout here?
This only woke up 13 and
No, it woke
Brock,
all of you up.
right?
But
Oh,
Brock and
okay.
13 just, it was so loud that also probably affects why they didn't get as well as the night rest, because of just how abruptly they were woken up by this thing.
Oster, seeing the bird left behind a mess, starts using Mage Hand and Prestidigitation to, Mage Hand to pick up the stuff, and then Prestidigitation to clean up the residues.
Sure. As you're sweeping and cleaning it up, you feel free to roll me a nature check. Figure out what this is. 8. Well, the bits that you're cleaning up, it doesn't seem to be like bird poop. You don't know what this thing is, at least not yet. But with an 8, you can at least tell that it's like gravel or rocks.
He starts to look less disgusted, but he's still making a face. Curiosity's beginning to overcome it, but not there yet.
Would okay, so Dankill is chasing after this, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so I think would act like a cat with a laser pointer,
Mhm.
and would like to roll initiative to pounce.
Okay. Go for it.
Hell yeah. Initiative. Beat that 6! Chicken thing!
It rolled a 3.
Fuck yeah!
So, this large chicken-like thing that you notice also has a sort of reptilian-like tail. Its beak is a lot sharper, and there's a little bit more sort of scales in where its feathers would be.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Wood is going to... Since I was sleeping on Oster's head, I am going to essentially, like, use his stomach as, like, a trampoline, like how cats do when they really want their
Mhm.
breakfast. So I'm really just going to use that diaphragm as a trampoline and pounce.
Oh, okay. So, jumping off, why don't you roll me? Let's do an acrobatics check with advantage. And in the meantime, Oster, can you please roll me a con save just to see how much I'm jumping on you? Just out of curiosity.
Ooh,
Uh,
that is a nat 1.
Oh, nat 1. Okay. Well, I'll leave that to Wood.
I
How
have a
much
bonus
does
of
this
6.
hurt? Because that was a nat 1, so make it hurt.
1d4. 1d6. 1d6.
Okay,
1d6
yeah, there were
of
some
damage, you think?
claws involved. Yeah, there were
Yeah.
some claws.
Let's just give him the hell back. Yeah.
Let's
Oh.
go.
Oh! You leave like a serious gash on his. I think you
How
said that he
much-
was. You're by the head and you jump onto the stomach. I think you like
Yes.
slipped and like scratched his face, and he's like bleeding all over
Oh.
now. Because you know
How
how
much-
face runs, even if it's not much, it
Yeah.
bleeds a lot.
Mhm.
How much did you have for temp HP?
1.
Oh. Never mind.
I rolled a 1 on it.
All right, so you take
I'm rolling
5
great
actual.
this session.
But you pounce with a 20. Yeah, you easily catch this thing. Kind of turns and kind of squawk, squawk. And as it squawks, it's a lot more like wet sounding, almost like mushing of clay. Squawk, squawk. Doug looks at it, looks at you, looks at the creature, and starts reaching into his little pack behind his bag and starts fastening out a lovely collar that you see a big letter B sort of carved onto this leather collar that tries to like slip it onto this giant chicken.
A bee? What? What is this creature? I think
It says in Undercommon, Bessie.
I will respond in turn in Undercommon. Bessie looks amazing. Does it... It sounds like clay in gargling in there, kind of like on a potter's wheel. And it was dropping some pebbles. Or
Don't touch those.
Thing. Oh,
Don't.
what happens? I'm tempted to shake it like a piggy bank.
Okay. Looks at you and sees you excitedly, and then looks at the rest of you. And in rough common, nope. Don't touch. Don't. Large chicken, no. Don't shake.
Oh.
Hey, Wood. I think you heard Oster on that jump.
I do the cat chirping thing, like when they see a bird. You know? So, Wood has no remorse.
Oster uses his mage hand. How much do you weigh?
That's an excellent question.
More than 5 pounds.
More than
10.
More
is
than
the
5
limit, but
pounds.
he grabs the scruff of your neck and is like lifting with 10 pounds of force, which obviously isn't enough to pick you up, but is like just like holding you by the scruff a little bit. And he's like, "The fuck are you doing?"
I caught bird! Lizard!
I don't think the bird needed catching. And why did you jump off of my face?
Because you were there.
Just
I
shakes his head and starts cleaning his face, and then like turns and sees blood on the pillow and starts doing prestidigitation again. Just his compulsive cleaning.
Oh, don't touch the pebbles, by the way. I don't know why. Then I'll turn back to Undercommon. Why no touch? Do they explode?
No.
Are they expensive?
No! And starts dragging as much as he can the bird away from you and away from you all. Finally gets the collar around it and then looks towards
But
you.
Bessie has so many secrets. All the plot holes that need to be unearthed.
And then looks at you and points at Bessie. It's a cockatrice! Don't touch it! Come on! And then just hugs Bessie, pulls him in.
Would let's go, but begrudgingly. Bessie.
You hear a squawk. At this point, notice that 13 is no longer in the room.
Probably just went to go get some breakfast.
Breakfast.
Does anybody have a spare satchel? If the little droppings are dangerous, they might be useful as a weapon. Chuck them at something if it has something to do with, I don't know. Not my problem, I guess.
Okay, so at this point, you find Beacon now dressed much more similarly to what you saw her initially, not quite in her nightgown and little sleeping mask. She wears sort of stereotypical sort of drow long clothes and robes, broidered with web patterns, but more of a softer instead of like a dark black or sort of dark purple. It's like a softer pinkish purple. She kind of floats as she walks by you all. She makes her way behind the bar, scowls as she looks at Bessie, opens up the back door, grabs a few things. You're clanging of plates. She walks back out, places a few plates, nods at Delg, and looks at the rest of you and says, well, that was a bit, pretty eventful, must say. You lot seem to, bring quite the, ruckus with you, it seems. Well, I do wish that if you would like to stay another night, I will offer the room course for half off tonight, or any time you spend within the Underdark within at least a couple of weeks or so. Beyond that, we have some breakfast for you. It's not the premium package. You obviously didn't pay for that, but we do have simple breakfast oats, oatmeal to be precise, and a few pieces of, looks like we have some hookhor bacon, and grubworm gruel, as well as some leftover bread. Oh, and eggs.
Can we get the discount in writing?
Sure. Delg, she snaps her fingers, and Delg just reaches under the counter and pulls out some loose pieces of parchment, kind of stitched together through these like circular bindings. Hands them over to Beacon. She looks at you and tears off a piece of paper, snaps her fingers, and a quill magically flies from underneath the table and gently starts writing as she just kind of taps her fingers. Yes, in writing, I, Sliqui Galandriel, aka Beacon, provided these lovely adventurers a 50% discount on the same level medium tier room for a total of no more than 3 weeks this time. Signed, well, myself. How does that sound? She rips it and hands it to you.
Amazing! And then I'm gonna stuff it in just within all the disorganized pamphlets of the gods. Ew.
Perfect. Oh, Del, bring out the Rothe milk for the rest. We always forget that we have that. And as she does, Del walks to the back, grabs a few jugs of Rothe milk, and slams them down on the counter for you all. There's a Rothe cattle farm that comes around here, and we get fresh milk at least once or twice a week. It's stored coolly in the back. And, ooh, actually, one moment. Del, just hold the counter. I have to get the next shipment. Excuse me. And pretty much on cue, she opens up the front doors, as you see, sort of off in the distance, a small sort of traveling caravan, clanging at pots and pans, and you see a kobold sort of leading this little caravan, as well as flanked by several large, about, let's say, 4 of these large furry sort of pack animals covered in fur and horns. Next to this like kobold that has pots and pans and a few other sort of like sharp instruments kind of pointing out of their back, there seems to be about half a dozen or so of a collection of humanoids. A few bugbears, there's an occasional human, a dwarf, and a few drow that seem to be protecting this wandering caravan of supplies. She nods as she looks at the kobold leading the pack. Kobold kind of pokes their head into the inn, looking at you all. You hear a coming from beyond as a large bull creature kind of like pushes its nose into the doors. Beacon pushes its head out of the way as you notice that it is indeed a deep Rothe pushing its head. It just kind of pushes out almost like a large furry cow or ox. The kobold kind of waves at you all. Beacon walks in. Oh, don't mind me. One of our regulars. Normally we get our milk from another supplier, but with everything that's been going on recently, we'd have to... well, we always make things work. Please, make my... why don't you meet my acquaintance? And he doesn't even enter in, he just kind of waves, because clearly quite busy. you might find him wandering around these parts. He's a nice fellow, if you have the coin, that is. Yes, Sniv kind of waves. His head tucked in, little cobalt tail, and just kind of waves at you all. Hanging lamp, cloth flaying, moving about, clattering of pots and pans. Kind of snarls up. Continues walking around. Well, close the door. Well, that's that. Best be starting to make today's entrees for the next round of guests. Well, you all have been lovely, but Delg and I do need some time to clean up, so unless you are going to pay for another night, I do suggest to continue along.
Sounds good to me.
Perfect.
Thank
Oh.
you for your hospitality.
And as she says that,
Leading today. Sorry.
oh, no problem. I actually made a note of this. So we are officially on day 4. This was Oster's day. Luckily, I didn't have to do anything. So day 4 will be Brock. As you're gathering your things, and 13 holds onto her pack, she looks at you all, and then looks at the table, and then immediately Bessie just kind of hops down, and goes, and Delg reaching for this giant, basically cockatrice, big old chicken that has this this sort of like serpent or sort of reptilian-like tail. As it coughs up a weird ball of spool, almost looks to be like about the size of my fist. It just kind of regurgitates and splats on the ground. This ball of black thread.
What's that? Is that normal for the beast? He turns to
Does
the
it look like
beacon,
Whisper?
I think.
Del grabs Bessie and just kind of waves at you all, and Bessie looks at you all, looks at the thing, does one of these, puffs up its little chest, and then just starts squawking like a, basically like a like a rooster in the hen house, and just starts walking away, proud of itself.
It's okay. It's a ball,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
And it's from some type of fiber. So it's kind of like a ball of yarn.
Yeah,
It just got
yes,
vomited, but it's like a ball of yarn.
indeed.
So I think Wood will lock in and jump using Voda this time
Okay.
and scamper.
Okay.
Bounce onto the ball.
Oh God.
Jumping off of Voda. Acrobatics check. As you jump off of Voda,
boy.
and Voda, Constitution saving throw. Oh, this time you slip and fall. You do manage to grab the yarn, but you kind of conk your head onto the table. As Voda, you're okay. Maybe you push yourself in such a way that you fling wood off your body to avoid most of that scratching damage. But poor Wood conks their head on the table. Please roll me a d6.
Damn right. A D6.
As you only take 1 point of damage, it's a light little bonk. But now you have this black thread, ball of yarn, basically. It's a little smelly.
I'm gonna bat it so then it starts unwinding across the floor. Is there something within it?
Okay. You start unwinding it and keeps going. Keeps going for a little bit. Keeps going. Keeps going.
I'm
Keeps
going
going.
to. I'm gonna pounce on it again.
Keeps going. Keeps going. It keeps going. It keeps going. About 5 minutes have passed, and it still seems to be constantly unraveling.
I will try and pounce on it, so then I can just get it to stop.
Sure, it stops.
I would like to do like a little tug on it to see how strong it might be.
It is not very strong. It's quite frail, but the ball seems to be exactly the same as what it was. You spooled out probably at least 20, 30 feet or more of this yarn.
An endless string might be useful in mazes.
This is a dream come true. Truly, the Underdark is everything that I dreamt of and more.
I turn back to Beacon and say, "Is this a safe thing for us to be interacting with? It's not some strange worm parasite or anything like that, is it?"
She raises up her hands,
I'm vaccinated.
like clearly like quite busy, but still with Bessie hopping all over the place. Delag making a message. She's clearly sort of behind schedule what she needs to be done for the day, and she just looks at you all and just, I don't know. Get things and go, unless you're paying for the night. And just flustered with the whole situation, just throws up her hands and just turns around.
I'm ready to go if everyone else is.
Hmm.
What other
Would leave it.
shenanigans? No! I will use a claw to slice off a piece of the yarn and just leave the yarn on the floor, but then take the ball. I will
Okay,
take the ball.
sure.
Let me take the ball. Thank you. And I will play with it.
Okay, yeah. Unless anyone stops you, you take the ball and leave basically 30 feet of yarn just scattered on the floor. All right. And with that, unless there's anything else, let us continue along into the Underdark. Give me one moment. All right. If you want to be so kind, punch up your tokens as per usual, and we'll move on ahead.
As we were leaving, I'm like messing with my pack a little, and I accidentally drop a bag out of my pack, and it splats on the ground, and it goes, and then it throws up another oddly similar ball, except this time it's white, and it just flops onto the ground, and there is it's just a thing of cotton cloth.
13 looks at you,
Eat
seeing the
your
mess
crow.
y'all left.
This is outside.
Go ahead.
And then I pick the bag up, and then I kind of like hold the. Does anyone want this?
Does it look at all slobbery or anything? Like, is there residue on it?
Let's say it's rapidly drying.
Oster's still gonna like take a step back and immediately cast a prestidigitation to clean it. Like, ugh!
13 looks at you, looks over at Wood, and looks at you, Brock. I feel like by the end of this, you're gonna have enough materials to make a whole textile factory or some nonsense. most people seem to travel and search for gold or gems or maybe magical artifacts, but it seems like you lot just seem to be excited about yarn and cloth and all other random. Well, if you manage to make some time to knit a quilt, let me know. And she just sort of rolls her eyes as she sort of like side eyes you, Brock and Wood, and continues along with a little smile in the corner of her mouth.
Wood will be inspired by that, take out a little claw, and start crocheting as we walk.
Beautiful. And with that, let me transition you to the world map. So, it is officially day 4. Please move your token where you would like to be. This is Brock's day. And as you move, perfect. Please roll me. Da-da-da-da. Roll me a D8. 3. Fantastic. Something else happens. Please roll me a D20. 10. All right. Luckily, as you're moving around, you hear sounds, echoes coming from to the northwest, high-pitched screams and warbles, and then it fades away. About a few minutes after that, you hear to the west echoing out into these carved halls. Again, just a reminder of roughly what you see. Sounds of about at least several dozen feet stomping on stone. Their voices echoing and sort of fading away, so they clearly have some distance away from you all, as if chasing after that sound. But beyond that, nothing else happens. I would like everybody to please now consume 1 day's worth of rations. So that was day 4. Now we are on day 5. Robin, please move the token where you would like to go. Perfect.
Okay, gonna keep going on the path we agreed on.
Keep going on the path. So we are on day 5. Robin, please roll me a D8. 3. Another thing happens. Aren't you all lucky? Can you please roll me a D20?
Uh-oh.
Okay, give me one moment. All right, so we are on day 5, 6. As you are moving along through, still technically in the Highlands, about to transition to either the Hanging Spires, or if you continue northwards, you'll eventually make your way into the Borderlands general area, more Drow territory. You find yourselves at a bit of an impasse in this shifting of biomes. You've now learned many times now that the Underdark is quite dangerous. Things seem to shift, and there's always wars, factions, things, whether it be humanoid or bestial, there's always fights for territory. Even the plant life seems to hold aggression to those around. And in that aggression, you begin to lose not just yourself, but your party. Sounds of combat seem to echo off bouncing off between the walls. A swarm of about 100 or so blind bats fly overhead, disorientating you, at least for a moment. Robin, I need you. This is your choice. Actually, it is not your choice. I lied. I need you to please make me a survival check.
Alright. 7.
Okay. You may decide to re-roll that with inspiration. I will also
I think I'm gonna-
allow, at most, in these situations, I will allow one other person, if they choose to give their inspiration, but only able to do this once more, after the fact, per day kind of deal.
8.
Okay. Robin, you feel the sounds of these bats disorientate you. You look in a different direction and something changes in your mind. This path you set for yourself that you heard from 13, now it's different. Everyone's following you, but it seems like the path turns. You can't remember if you saw that spire or was it a different one? They all look so similar, like teeth reaching out towards the sky.
Wood
That
will
is a failure. Go ahead.
Wood will place a shoulder or place a paw on Robin's shoulder and say, "Are you doing okay there?" And give you inspiration. Their inspiration. Robin.
Okay, so roll the survival check again. See if I can
Yes,
get a
please.
9.
11.
An 11 is sadly still a failure. Not as bad, but still a failure nonetheless.
You're actually emoting right now, Robin. I'm a little worried. Is that sweat?
Robin, please roll me a d6. Robin, please roll me 1d2. Okay. The day is finished, and as you're all running through the Underdark, trying to find places of safety, more spots seem to shift. You get lost. Some pockets collapse. You hear sounds of fighting somewhere else, bestial noises that seem to pull you off track, giant bodies of water that were there but not there. It's quite all confusing. But finally, once you manage to get your bearings and get close to roughly a point where you can recognize, you all discovered that you are now here on the world map.
Yo, why would you do this?
As that happens, give me one moment.
Alright, I'll delete the old path.
Fantastic. You find yourselves here. You find that you are in a space that is definitely much more south, pretty close actually to where you initially arrived. But these grounds, these territories are a little more different. You find that there are a lot more carved ruins. Interesting, actually. Quite beautiful. Forgotten. As you get your bearings and get ready to take a rest to continue on with another day, 13 looks to you all and kind of points at some of these carved stoneworks, some in the shape of almost like a hand reaching out. She lowers her voice and points and kind of like taps at the stone. She says, "Well, if our little thief did a better job guiding us, it seems like if our inclination was to get lost into Wergar country, seems he did a great job. Not. Huh. Well, best thing we can do now is find a spot to rest and recover, and then continue. Hopefully nothing has been alerted to us along the way. Alrighty.
Wood looks at Rock. Thinking of the spores that they were exposed to earlier, and then thinking about their mom.
You what? Just
Remember when you were flying and you got some spores that that kind of made something talk in your brain a bit, or make it feel like you were kind of being cohabitated? I don't know. It was super spooky and ominous, and I keep bringing it up because it freaks me out. Joe's too good of a storyteller.
Oh, thank you.
It's back when you were flying, trying to get the Belladonna's blessing.
yeah.
Okay, so you all please consume one more day's worth of rations, and we are going to start fresh with a new day. Luckily, that only took 1 day, so we are now on day 6. We've restarted the turn order. Wood, you're up.
Wow. Okay. Ooh, Dijkstra's algorithm times. There's 3 different paths. I feel like scooching to be adjacent next to the blue. I want to know what's going on.
Okay. Sounds good to me. As you move there, you're still within the first week. And by week, it is a 10-day. Keep that in mind. So in D&D, a week is 10 days.
Oh.
Yeah, so it is a little bit longer than not just 7. It's 10 days. Forgot to mention that. But yeah, you move closer to this small sort of lake. I mean, relatively small, still pretty large in the grand scheme of things. And I would like you to please roll me a D8.
1d8. 6.
6. Luckily enough, nothing happens. Relatively peaceful day. And you all are able to have a long rest if you need it. I'll be generous. I with the bonuses, I'm just going to keep that to next combat encounter, to like after the combat encounter. So if you had like, for example, Robin, that should last all the way up until the end of like next time we have a whole map combat thing.
Okay.
Yeah, because that would be a waste right now. Give you that, and then nothing happens. Alrighty, so that is Wood. Day 7. Week still continues. Up next, Voda. Where would you like to go? And again, please, every day that we travel, mark off a ration.
Right here.
Just straight north. Alrighty. Same deal. Can you please roll me a D8? A 1.
One's good, right?
Oh, boy. Now, can you please roll me 2d20? $13 and a 15. Okay. You head northwards, and as you do, you find a clearing still following along the large sort of lake. It seems to be almost growing. Channels and tunnels seem to be shifting and moving. You hear the ground quake somewhere else as a passage of stone falls, blocking your passage to one way, forcing you to head slightly eastward. But you notice that this path, there's a very lush, fragrant, quite peaceful smell the sound of gently flowing water off in the distance. This place is quite abundant, actually, of supplies and resources. You found a hidden, sort of natural little alcove of hunting grounds and food. A boon for you all. Please roll me either survival or nature. This is for Rhoda. Same deal as usual with inspirations.
Ames! I'm getting revenge!
That is a success. You find that there is just an abundance of food. Your choice. Maybe it's a mix. But you find not only patches of large edible stalks and mushrooms, as well as other plants and sort of natural wild growing underdark moss, but a few critters and creatures that you're able to hunt. Can you please roll me 2d10? 13. You find a total of 13 days individual worth of rations. And then for yourself, you are able to find... What is the maximum you're able to carry?
10.
10. Okay. For yourself, fill up to a max of 10. And the 13 can be split amongst everybody else.
I'd like 2.
Yeah, everyone fill up as you need.
Just
Take 4.
I filled up the last time we got the mushrooms, so I think we've used 2 since then, right?
Sounds about
we
right.
got it here, and then we went to the inn where we didn't use one, and then up, ended up here, and then 1, 2. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I see. Also, you're just giving us the next total of what we have. So 13. So yeah, you could just feel free. Like those that are picking at it, just write the new total. That would just make my life easy.
Right.
So
Just
Robin,
so it
you
counts
take
down.
3. Exactly. Just count it down for me. Robin takes 3, so that is 8. Okay, Wood takes 2, so 6. Anybody else?
Yeah.
Okay. So Brock takes 4, so 2 remain. If no one else wants those, then 13 will take those.
Do it.
Sounds good.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. So nice, peaceful little alcove. Honestly, one of the best things you can get, depending on circumstances. But that is that day.
How much food do you have, 13?
She looks at you, looks up at her pack, and now freshly stocked with moss and lichen and other edible little mushrooms. Enough, actually. More than a 10-day. Looks like I've got 12 days worth of rations. Plenty. Can get lost for a week and still be alright.
Wow, you're so strong. My eyes sparkle a little bit.
She laughs and then just... Again, because she rolls up a little bit of her sleeve. She has these large kind of leather gauntlets and kind of shortened leather tunic, and just kind of flexes for you a little bit. Her muscles kind of bounce. I do what I can. Well, I guess she looks at you and then looks at the rest of the group. Who's leading next? Feeling a little bit better myself, but frankly, someone's got to watch the rear just in case. Well, I'm guessing it's... So that was Vodo, so we are now in day 8. Day 8 is Oster.
All right. I will discuss as we're heading out. With how far off we've gone, do we want to skip the campsite to just go north a little more?
Now that we know now that I don't know, you may have said it. I don't know. Now that we know it's 10-day instead of
Mhm.
7-day, I think we can afford to be a little less. I mean, I don't think we need to go to the campsite because we haven't done anything.
Right.
But
We've all been well cared for since the last time we had a good rest at the inn.
yeah,
Do
I
we
feel
just
like
want
we
to
should
see
like
what
go up there.
this boon might be along our path? Do we wish to go further afar, or I'm
I think going straight north is fine.
yeah, that seems wise to me. Not too far off our path.
And that way we can
But
come back to the camp if we need it.
yeah, if anything goes awry, we have a nearby place
I want,
to recoup ourselves. Sorry.
or since we have a bit more time, using a different calendar than we were expecting, I would love to try and find some type of religious temple down here.
The only religions I know of down here are fairly directly well, I mean I believe there's a religious aspect to the elves down here taking slaves, and the Duergars, whatever this pale eye thing is that seems to be associated with the Duergar based on how we entered, seems to think that anybody who isn't a Duergar in the shouldn't come to the Underdark. So I think religious temples might be something we should avoid, even.
But, but, out here also, Lolth is worshipped, and I don't know if you know this, but I'm kind of a writer, and I want to leave an offering of a Lothander fanfiction. Lolth and Lathander, the
I'm
god.
not terribly familiar. Isn't Lathander an enemy of Lolth, or
It's enemies to lovers fanfiction.
I don't think that most divine beings will appreciate having
You
stories written
sound
about
like my
them
teachers.
falling in love with the ones that they are diametrically opposed to. Also, this is Lolth is
Forbidden love,
the
Oster.
goddess of the religion I was just saying wants to enslave a lot of people who aren't the same kind of elf as them. I'm pretty sure I'm still on their shit list as well.
What did you do?
So,
Does it involve something with your grandmother by chance?
He looks entirely taken aback, and he like panics for half a second, and he's like, "Wait, what? That doesn't make any sense. No, I mean anyone who isn't an elf of this region. I'm not saying anything about my."
Then what's the deal with
He
your grandma?
pauses for a long moment, trying to think how to talk about his family in front of you now.
so
My
I'm
own
not.
situation is not in any way related.
I'll tell you about
to
my
this.
grandma if you tell me about yours. Mine's named Anna. She's a healer.
I would rather
She
not.
fights with Overwatch.
On both counts.
I'm not one to really discuss theology, but I will say that just because we have time doesn't mean that we can waste time, because as I definitely on purpose demonstrated, things can go wrong, and the bigger buffer we have, the less it will hurt if things go wrong.
That
Where's your
makes sense.
adventure?
So north, then, yes.
Like, I
Okay.
don't know how down to the wire we want to take this.
I would agree. Thank you. North? I'm heading north.
Beautiful. You head north. Everybody, mark off day's ration, and I'm gonna bring you all to a new map. Oh my god, that was ridiculous.
Ben and Jerry's does something to me, evidently.
Alright, I can delete All right. What was the roll again? There was something.
I
before
do
the
not
D8,
need you to
or is-
roll. You are triggering an event.
Oh, right, because the plus. Okay.
Yeah. Now, each plus may not actually mean something too. Keep that in mind. It could be
Right.
a red herring. Okay, so looking at the time and some setup, might as well get you started here with the new map, and then we'll do a little short rest. So I need to use the restroom. Let me make sure this is all working. So I kind of did this quick and dirty. Okay. Make sure you can't just fucking walk through the walls. Okay. So, boom. Do you all see yourself in a new map? Look to the bottom right
Yep.
of the map. Perfect.
Very dark.
All right. So, it is indeed very dark. Robin, let me give you a little status icon. As you are traveling, if you wish to have lit a torch or used any sort of magic to make some more light, now is the time. If you have not, then that's fine. We can keep it as is. But as you're approaching and you find sort of a carvings through this large sort of rock structure in this mossy patch. You follow it along for several hours, trying to find your rough way through the north, and then you start to see that there are a lot more sort of mined out channels. You could even hear the occasional sound way off in the distance of a heavy sort of thump, and then reverberate clang, and then a thump thump chipping away, till you find yourselves here. This cavern is about, say, 40 feet tall, quite spacious compared to the about 20 feet you were just in, these tunnels. The most interesting thing, though, is that there are in the Underdark pockets of light, especially where you are in the highlands, from even all the way to the actual true sunlight. But you find more often sort of bioluminescent fungus or other things that seem to give off naturally radiating light. Except now, you see a little bit to the west a few lit braziers. Fire crackling softly, till you hear the sound of ting, 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 ting coming from the west. And I think with that, before we explore too much, is where we will pause it and have ourselves a little short rest. turn once more back to the Underdark. You find yourselves in this large, winding cavern that has clearly have signs that it has been mined or is at least in the process of being actively mined out. Ceilings rise up to about 40 feet, massive undertaking, but most of the mining is along the sides of these walled caverns that sort of spindle out towards the northwest. And pretty much on cue, you hear ting, ting, ting echo out about every few seconds or so, and then stop for about a minute or two.
Sounds like they're having a good time in there.
That's what you think is going on in there?
I don't know what Brock is doing, but I'm sneaking.
I'm not
Right.
sneaking at all.
If you're sneaking, roll me a stealth check. If you're not sneaking, then just keep
not,
on trudging.
I'm just walking normally, I guess.
Yeah, you're just walking. All right, Voda and Robin, hot damn. You are basically invisible. Brock is just thunk, thunk, thunk. As you get to there, Brock, you can see to the southwest is a collapsed section of a tunnel. Don't know if it's recent or not, but by the signs of all the large mushrooms and clouds of spores that are filling this chamber, it must have been at least a while ago.
They're probably in there. I point at the door.
Okay, as you're thumping about, give me one moment. I still have caps lock on, so I don't want to yell at you. It's not yet. Oh, how lovely. Sometimes the DM just needs a win. Pretty much on cue. The doors swing open. And as they do, you see, stepping out through the doorway, are a pair of Dwergar that turn. Looks like they have each a light crossbow in their arms that seems to be carved with beautiful, glowing, soft blue dwarven runes up along this sort of cross frame and sort of wooden shoulder guard. They immediately point their weapons at Brock and shout something in Undercommon. They point at you, Brock.
I'll say back in Dwarven, sorry, I don't really understand Undercommon. My mom wasn't
What
very...
did they...
What?
What did they
Sorry.
say?
Yeah,
They
I know
shouted-
Undercommon.
Yeah, they shouted in Undercommon. They said, "Who's making all that noise? Hey, what? Who are you? By the Abyss, who are you? You're not a part of us. Show yourselves." As they point their crossbows just at Brock. And you hear ting, ting, echo off in the room they were just in.
I'll take a few steps forward.
They are completely focused on Brock.
Yep.
Right?
For the moment.
Can I... Do you think I can cast Disguise Self?
You need to make a stealth check first.
Okay.
And let me at least share with you what these guys look like. Dwarven statue. Long, flowing white beards. And skin, sort of darkish, almost like coal or clay. You look around, And
Oh,
wow, I'm doing well. So, almost on a dime, one of them pointing their crossbow at you, Brock, kind of waves up their hand trying to stop you. The other one turns and immediately fires with advantage right at Wood.
All right, I'm in. I'm rolling
Hold
initiative.
on. Yeah, we'll get there. This is with advantage. This is Wood. 11 piercing and 1 cold as the bolt thunks into your shoulder. You feel just a surge of pain. And now, let's roll initiative. Since they spotted Wood so well, Robin is immediately in their line of sight. I'm going to say this. It's not like you were hiding behind the corner. They're going to get one more check to see you, Robin. They're going to do so with advantage. They do not see Robin, luckily. And let's see if this is for Voda. This is with advantage. Voda, what did you get for stealth?
Like a 27.
Okay. Perfect. They do not see you, at least for the moment. Let me give you our little stealth icon.
Kind of in the shadows behind Brock.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Okay. Let me give them advantage on their initiative, because they basically sprung this fight on you all. 13. I'll keep a 20. That makes sense. And sec. Where are you? Let me get these trinkets ready to do that. Vote and Robin, you have tied initiative. Who's quicker?
My dex is a +3 with a score of 17.
I have a 5.
+5? Okay, then you win.
I'm at 6.
Very. 10. Okay, let me change the tunes. Look at this show on the road. Top of the round. Brock.
We're going in.
You run in. The doors are wide open. You see other Dwergar inside. They have picks in their hands, shovels knuckle on the ground as they reach for their weapons nearby. They look like this.
Alright. Attacking. Roll
21.
twice.
That's a hit.
That is, yeah, it should be 16. I'm also gonna use these, an extra D8. It's int, that's not very good. An extra, excuse me, 5 damage. Force damage, if that matters. Make that a button.
Additional 5 total of force?
Yep, 5 force.
Okay, and which one? Left or right?
one.
Left one. Okay, so that is 16 plus 5 force, so 21 points of damage. The sword crashes through, chops past their sort of scaled armor, studded leather rather, my apologies, wounding them in one swipe.
Alright, no problem.
Okay. 14 just narrowly misses, but you do get that 5 graze. It gently sort of cuts at their stomach. Getting ready to reach for their short swords.
No, that's. I think that will be it.
Okay. The two Dwargar spies you are right in front of immediately draw their short swords, as I said, and start swinging for you. As they do, beautiful. They're right next to each other. Two swipes. First swipe. Second swipe. Second swipe cuts past your armor, and as it does, they do not have advantage.
This is
24 to hit.
14. Because of,
Oh, 14. My apologies, because you're dodging. Yes, you're right. I forgot. We'll ignore the damage. That's a miss. Two more swipes from the fellow next to him. With a Christmas, that does not work. And so as they're swinging, like dinging off your armor, almost falling over, they look towards each other, look towards the room, and disengage. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 5, 10, 15,
are they like,
20,
is this like a
25.
tactical retreat, or like they want us to go in there kind of situation?
I don't know.
You know. Don't lie to me.
Maybe I do know, but I'm not going to tell you right now. But basically, almost like Robin Hood, very sort of roguish like movement. They look at you, duck, and just immediately kind of roll to the ground, holding on their weapons, and sprint into the room.
Alright.
That's their turn. As that happens, you hear in Undercommon, as it sort of shouts, and you start hearing this like ding, 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 a little tinging on the kettle. Beck's asleep, so she wouldn't get that joke, sadly. As now I have to translate again, very muffled, echoing to the northern chamber. Wood, you hear alarm, alarm, and sounds of voices clamoring. Give me one moment. We, yes. And as they shouted for alarm, 13. Okay, some more. That's that for now. Voda, you're up.
I don't want to stick to the shadows here.
Okay.
Just get eyes on what's over this way. Oh lord. Shit. I don't know what's through that door. Guys, there's lots of enemies here. Damn it, a lot of enemies. I make some hand gestures for you. You know, the one saying, hey, there's a bunch of enemies over here. I'm sure we all know what that is. I don't need to explain it.
How well lit are you right now? Not very.
Yeah, I've been sticking to sort of like this, like
No,
the shadow of that. Yeah.
I see that. What I'm trying to say is if you trying to explain that there's people to the north.
Oh, think for them. Yeah.
Yeah, for your allies, yeah. Like how well they'll understand this. Robin, I'll let you to make a quick perception check. I'm going to give you advantage because you.
Tell you what, I would actually,
Voda.
I would step out of the way.
Sure.
First.
Uh,
since the guys here had not.
You know what? You're right. I'm looking at you. The light sources are just at the very edge of it, so your allies would be able to see you actually decently well while you're there. A little bit further than that, probably not.
Yeah. I don't know if I should do anything yet. Probably just gonna take the dodge action. After, doing all of the
Fan.
hand.
Oh yes, of course, all the hand gestures. Robin,
You know
you're
the
up.
one.
You know the one. This one. Yeah, that one. Yeah. One of those. One of these, and then retract it back. Yeah.
I guess I will. I will go up here.
Mm-hmm.
And then can I ready an action to shoot with my bow any enemies that come out of that door?
You absolutely can. Sounds good to me.
Yes, I'm gonna ready shot with my short bow to
All right, a
Yeah.
little Overwatch.
shoot at anything that
Hmm.
comes out of that door.
Sounds good to me. Oster, you're up.
Oster heard a commotion, but didn't actually see what happened, and comes around like, what? What's up?
You'll see the arrow sticking out of Wood's shoulder.
Huh. Are there more? Where? He sort of I guess he'd approach the ones who are up here and see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Or do I see the people in here?
Yes.
And do they see me?
Oh yes.
Okay. Sorry. I hadn't noticed them.
Yeah. Pretty much whatever you can see actually on your sheet, you should be able to see, because it's
Okay.
with all the unique light levels for yourselves.
That door is fully open. There's
Fully
no
open.
obstruction?
Yep. No obstruction. They just swung wide
Alright.
open.
Let me measure how far I've gone. 20 feet? Okay. I'm gonna 20 feet away. What's the spacing on these people? Sorry, I couldn't see, so I
problem.
couldn't really plan in advance what would be my best spell for the.
No problem. You know what? We'll give you a little bit of light in there, a little bit of. Maybe one of them has a torch or a little.
No, I just mean because I started my turn back here, so
No,
through all
that's
the
fine.
previous turns.
I'll just say, since they were working in there anyways, we'll just say that one of them had a little lantern in the center of the room.
All right. I'm gonna use an ice knife, I think. Yeah, because it's a 5-foot explosion after the fact. Oh no, I have to target a creature and then everything within 5 feet of it. So that
Yep.
wouldn't hit multiple. Never mind.
Yeah, it's not a grenade, sadly.
Then I'll just do a basic acid splash, because that's gone pretty well for me.
Okay.
Focus right here, so I could get.
These two.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Lobbing a little acidic grenade. Make some saves. The Dwergar and the Spy. Spy fails. As it splashes, the closest one kind of jumps out of the way, grabbing its shield, protecting its back. But the one closest to the door takes the full brunt of the acid, sizzles its side. Shouts in undercommon, "Son of a bitch!" And is reaching for the door.
I moved to where I'm hidden from the people I just hit.
Okay. Works for me.
And that is my turn.
Sounds good. Wood, you're up.
Okay. For my first act, I would like to cast or evoke duplicity.
Okay. Let me get your copy. Go back to our normal man. Boom.
Alrighty. And that double is going to like really just like mimic the idle animation of "ow my shoulder, ow my shoulder," while Wood step backs here and cast disguise self. So then they look like a Dwagar spy.
Ah, okay.
I guess that would work. I think the duplicate rules is written copies your like whatever you do. I think it would probably just copy your movements, but would look differently than you. I guess, unless you feel differently, Joe.
Okay, maybe I misunderstood. So your duplicate looks exactly like you.
Yes, and it mimics your movements.
You. And then it mimics your movements. It's it's kind of like all that. But then if you cast a spell on yourself to change what you actually look like, your copy will still look like you, like normal you. Is how I would kind of view that.
Yeah, I think so.
You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
Because I don't think because it then seems to be even a little bit too overpowered. Because out of balance, it's like this is your copy that always is you, but then you can change however you look like normally with magic.
That's how I was intending it, or how.
That's how you're intending it, anyways. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so with that, cast magic, and let's give yourself a little disguise self. Feel free to find a token that might make you look like you're looking like somebody else. Wood, anything else?
Wood is going to.
I'll just use the exclamation. That's a good one.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, that sounds good. Wood is going to approach and try to look threatening. Like, looks like I'm going to attack the party. You know, I'm trying to act my heart out here.
Okay.
As disguised as a Dwagar spy.
Sure. Roll me a performance check.
Performance check. Jesus Christ.
Uh-oh.
Okay. That's a big uh-oh.
Still roll. 19.
Yeah.
Okay. The two spies in the back, one being severely injured, one very focused on like barraging us or throwing bombs in the room, do not seem to pay you any attention. Those are the ones that can shoot. But the normal Dwagar that are wielding like shields and sort of like their mining picks, clad in sort of like scale armor, do not seem to be phased at all.
Thought they'd have to take a full action, a study action, to see through my disguise. To discern that you are disguised, a creature must take a study action to inspect your appearance and succeed on an intelligence or investigation check against your spell save.
Okay. We'll do that instead. So we'll just say at this point that they don't know. It just seems like something's fishy. So it hasn't broken, but they'll still do that if need be. Thank you for the clarification. I don't want to jip you off of your little special thing here. Wood, your shenanigans. Anything else?
Nope, I'm good.
Perfect. The normal Dwagar. They rush out of the room. Some shouting in Dwarvish, some shouting in Undercommon, but all shouting for kill the interlopers. They mustn't interfere. 10, 15, 20. Classic block. 10, 15, 21. What moves right next to Robin? Robin, I'm gonna need you to make another stealth check just because you're hiding against the wall. One of them's running out of the room.
I mean, I'm about to shoot one of these guys with my reaction, so...
Oh, you're right. So, if you'd like, I'll wait. Feel free to take a shot.
I'll shoot the one that is in front of Oster.
Go for it.
That one. Which means I
Yeah.
get to re-roll because I am a
Because you're a
half
halfling. Let's go.
Yeah.
That ones are good.
Let's go.
18.
That's a hit.
Sneak attack is on. And I think I am going to sacrifice one sneak attack die to cunning strike. I think I can. Cunning strike withdraw.
Oh boy. Immediately after the attack, you remember. Okay, that's cool. I think that's the first time I've seen this
So
used.
that's not 19 because I am giving up one of my sneak attack die. Let's take the last one. That's a 3, so it can only be 16 damage.
Sure.
And now 1, 2. I'll just move back to here.
Nice. So at the same time, you take a shot, you retreat back a little bit. The Duergar that runs up, luckily, is not paying attention to you at all and basically just moves around Brock instead. Oster, one of them swings at you with their war pick. 18 to connect. Strikes at your arm for 9 piercing. Stabs you. It's basically shaped like a, basically like a giant pick. The other 3 swing at Brock with disadvantage until that changes. With a Christmas, that's a miss. A 19 with disadvantage is a hit. 8 piercing, and now we're on to normal. And last fella, wow. That is a... That was for me. Double crit. For a whopping 16 points of damage.
It's only 9.
Oh my god, you're... Oh. Because you are a special boy. Yep. Only 9 points, even with all that work. Other Duergar. Got some. And that is my turn. Brock, top of the round.
Alright, we're just gonna start fucking swinging. Do we'll attack. We'll attack the one next to Oster.
Okay.
Attack
Wow.
twice.
Big chop.
17 damage, and I will do an extra damage, an extra 8 force damage.
God damn. Swing and cleaving the Duergar in half. Thunks to the ground. Dead.
And I will attack again.
Alrighty.
16,
17 hits.
16.
Which one?
The one in front of me.
North. Got it. 16. Slashing at his arm. Very close to wounding him. Still up.
I will. I think I'm gonna action surge, and I will do 4 sword. Both hitting. We'll attack the first one, the same one in front of me.
Sure.
17,
17. Pixels of health.
and then 10 more.
10.
10.
Gone. Cut him down. Thunk to the ground.
I think, yeah, that'll be it.
That'll be it. Okay, the Dwargar spies. There's one of them in the doorway. Probably going to go for the most dangerous target. That is you, Brock. Which you, yep, I was just about to say. Takes 2 shots with their crossbow with disadvantage. A 9 goes wide and critically miss. Just can't get you.
Miley.
This one opens up the door. It's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, cut around the side. You hear shouting and sort of like undercommon and also like dwarven voices kind of blend, like 2 languages mixed together. Brock, you could roughly hear, there, south, mining room. And then they say like, ugh, Sundawi, and they kind of point and one of them spits. Brock, you remember that it's not often, but sometimes dwarves that want to say something really nasty to each other sometimes might call you, like, depending on your heritage, like mountain or hill, they'll say that and then Dowie, almost like idiot, or probably worse than that. They said Sundawi, something like that. But that's just echoing off to the north. And then a big old
Is that in
loogie
common?
sound. That was in Dwarvish.
Okay. God, what would I say? Let's just say back. That's racist.
Yeah.
Fans? Do they disengage to go self-reflect?
Sadly, I'm not gonna roll for these ones if they are ashamed or these fills, I don't think they care. Maybe someone else. But no, so one of them runs there, and let me get the rest here. 10, 3. Oh. Okay. You see 2 more in the doorway. At least, can they see you? One of them. Let's say one of them just barely can. So they're gonna take 2 shots at you through the opposite end of the hallway, Brock, with disadvantage. Both go wide. God damn, you are a fucking tank. That's that. Give me one moment. Let me do this. Noises to the north. Something else is happening. Okay, that is that. Voda, you're up.
I'm gonna peek around the corner,
Okay.
see where people are from the last time I saw them. Yeah. Okay. All right. Starting to get a picture of what's through that doorway. Has anyone over here seen me yet?
That is a good question. You were pretty shrouded. You rolled really well on stealth.
I could roll again.
I'm just gonna do.
Now that I'm moving around and stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you advantage though, because you haven't really fought with anything. They aren't paying too much attention to that side, mainly to the door. So let me just do a quick check route here. Nope. And nope. All right. Just don't roll real bad.
Well, then this should surprise them quite a bit.
Okay. Yeah, you rolled a 20, so you're good. Oh my goodness, what's happening? Is it
Let me
time
draw
for the big
you a
baboon?
circle.
I think, let me, if this is what I think it is, we have it on the other map. Let me get it for you. Is it a big, babunga, one might say?
Yeah,
Yeah? Okay.
I have no reason to suspect these guys are like resistant to anything particular. So
How's that?
fire usually does the.
Yeah, big explosion. All right, so what does this look like for the folks in chat, the audience? Turn around the corner, and...
I just go like pew.
Finger guns. It's a fucking explosion. A bomb goes off on the bridge, bursting and burning. What do they gotta do? Is it a dex save? Yeah.
Dex save.
Okay. How many spies I got? I got 1, 2, 3, 4 spies. How many normal fellas I got? I got 2. 1 and a 2. Okay, that is a lot of failures. And I think 2 successes. Youch.
Holy cow, that's
Big explosion.
above average, I'd say.
Let's get some little bit of fire in here. If anyone else can see. Nope, that is bubbling. I want it to explode. Give me the explosion. Oh yeah, look at that. Explosion on the bridge. The wounded one collapses down into a smoldering heap. The other spy critically succeeds, so only takes 9. Almost in the back. Closest one takes the full 18. Spanish spy also failed. And 2 normal fellows failed, singeing through their armor, wounding them. Not bad. You are
Is this
very
spot
visible
here
now.
just kind of like I'm visible now? Yeah, that's fair.
Oh yeah. Which spot?
Oh, you were it. Is this just kind of like rubble?
Yeah, rough terrain.
Okay. Let's see.
Enough that you could see through the opposite side. It's a mess. It's like a collapsed wall.
Right here seems fine.
Okay.
I will. Let's see. What's my free disengage? Is default? Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna hunker down. And
That
again,
works
wait
for
for
me.
an opportunity to present itself.
Sounds
Playing this
good
like a rogue
to
almost, but
me. Yeah, basically.
a lot of
Robin,
walls.
you are up.
Okay, I'll move 15 feet
Okay.
to here, and I am going to swing at the one right in front of me.
All right.
With
Breaking your
dagger.
stealth. I'm gonna give you
I just did my
advantage on
stealth.
this. Yeah, I'm removing your stealth, but I am giving you advantage on this because you're hiding the shadows and you're lunging at him with a dagger. That's a hit. For 20. Youch. Which one?
This one, the one
Southern one.
right
Got
in
it.
front of Brock.
Perfect. Yeah, you stab into its back, blood dripping down through its sort of blackened, scaled armor. It's holding this round, sort of carved shield of like a scowling dwarf with white hair, war pick in hand, lunges forward, turns around, sees you. But they are wounded.
And I'm going to bonus action disengage and just step back to here.
Okay.
End my turn.
Sounds good. I'm going to officially add 13. She will go last. Not that you really needed her. Y'all are kicking ass. Oster, you're up.
I have a bag of caltrops in my starting gear,
Beautiful.
and so I looked up the rules. This is what Roll20 has on a page. Could I just spread them across the doorway here, so that anything
Sure.
walking through is subject to them?
Yeah, I like it.
I know it says like 1 5-foot square, but like, and there's technically 2 5-foot squares, but I don't know if the door is like
Yeah.
actually 10 feet or.
Just keep it simple. I'm totally fine with you lacing the whole door.
right, thank
Let's draw that out. Guess I could just do this. That's fine. Boom. Now we know it's trapped.
Thank you. Yeah, that works. And I say to Brock, let them come to us, and then step back a bit. Because
Nice.
spreading those is an action. I don't have a good bonus action for now, so that is my turn.
I look unsure
Beautiful.
of my future actions.
Up next, Wood.
Okay. So, oh holy DM, I have a
Yes.
question for you.
Yes.
What would be the action economy for putting on perfume?
You know what? Let me slide a hand check. Let's let the dice
Right.
decide how well you do.
And
And then I'll
starts
tell
with
you.
an S. Okay.
It starts with an S. It's going to take action. It's going to take a while.
Okay. Wood is going to spritz on some like perfume. It's going to smell like super manly, sweaty, kind of like underdark. There's some spores floating around in it, like really becoming one with the environment.
Okay.
And then in Undercommon,
I love that you're sorry. Yeah, I love that you're using just random shit that nobody else is using. This is great. Sorry, continue.
oh, don't worry, I've got some other ideas, but one thing at a time, Joe. One thing.
Go ahead,
Okay.
continue. For 1 hour.
Wood is going to shout in Undercommon. There are more sold wars?
What are you trying to say?
What was the suffix used earlier?
Dowie. D-A-W-I. Dowie.
There are more Sun Dwowie coming from the east.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have an issue with this plan.
Robin precariously on the eastern half of the map.
The real Wood's going to look over towards you and just like kind of like give a little bit of a shooing motion from behind the back. And as a bonus action, or do you want me to roll for that, by the way? For shouting
Yes,
that?
we'll say. I'm going to count this as your bonus action then.
Okay.
Roll me a persuasion check. I'm going to give you advantage.
Thank you.
And you're shouting this. You're shouting it in Undercommon, so that's good.
Yes.
Because obviously they speak both, but clearly it seems like Undercommon is the one that's used the most. All right, let me roll for the
23.
Dwergar here. They roll 3. Yeah, they're dumb. I'm gonna roll this. Okay. I'm also gonna roll something else. I got to do this the hard way. Oh, okay. And this. Well, we got a nat 20 and a dirty 20, and you rolled a 23. Only thing I could beat that is a nat 20. Okay, it sounds like it seems to be working. You hear shouting from the north. But I won't say what else. But you definitely hear more voices. Beyond those that are nearby, you hear this like rough kind of like almost like guttural as they shout. Good. Zerons, move to the east.
Zerons move to the east. Can I have a spelling of that before my turn ends?
Yes. You can roll a history check. This is going to be very difficult.
Hell yeah, I love beating the odds. History.
15 is not enough, sadly.
Okay.
It sounds something dwarven-ish, but you have no clue.
Okay. Next.
Dwargar. It's getting spicy. Alright, so they are in combat with Brock, and they're just going to keep on swinging. With disadvantage, that's a miss. And disadvantage, that's also miss. Tinging off Brock's armor. The Dwargar that are wounded on the bridge. You just hear them shout in Undercommon. And they are going to run forward. Like so. Like so. Noticing Voda is right there. They run into Voda's range. And they turn towards you. And they are going to stay where they are, Voda, and begin to chuck javelins right at you. 2 javelins thrown. One of them just clings into the dirt nearby, but one strikes true. Unless you're got something to help stop that. This is a ranged attack.
Oh, AC is 18.
It's 18. Why does it say? I thought it was 15.
Wait, hold on.
Why did it say 15? I don't know.
It's different on my sheet. It was 10 plus Dex, which is 5.
Yep, it's 15.
Plus Wisdom
Oh,
because of my monkness.
yep. That sounds 18
Just
sounds about
isn't
right then.
Doing it on my sheet. How can I fix this? I will fix the token.
No, I will turn the AC link and then just make it just 18 flat on the token. Okay, both javelins go wide. Do I have any other Dwergo? I do. Isn't this lovely? They're just sprinting now that they've been called to the eastern section. These two. Lovely. They get to roughly here. And Robin, since you're not a Sundawi, but you are close enough, being a halfling, they're going to chuck some javelins right at your face. One going wide, one connecting. This is at Robin for a whopping 6 piercing.
Okay.
And that's that. 13. She is going to run into the fray. And she's going to get to here. That's her whole turn. Brock.
Okay. Attack.
Okay.
Raise are the wounded one.
Alrighty, that is a miss, but a graze. 5 slash.
Again.
There's it.
Both twice. 15 or 15.
15. Cuts him down. Dunk to the ground.
I feel like the people in this general area have this guy handled. The 5 I'm getting. Alright, I'm gonna bonus action. Second wind. Which also gives me yeah, half your speed. Ooh, 15. I'll use my remaining feet here.
Yep.
And I will give myself health. Go next.
That works for me. Okay. Spies. Running that way. They are at the door, holding the bridge. They just got exploded, so they don't want to be on the bridge anymore. That's fair. We are going to do this. Spies, they are going to try to get into a spot where they can shoot some folks. They're going to do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. See a nice Voda there. Just barely. This one can't see, so they're just going to continue this direction. Okay, Voda, from the western flank here, 2 of them are going to line up their crossbows and take a total of 4 shots at you. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All of them going wide. Deflecting them, blocking them, bolts flying and crashing into the stonework. Truly skilled. Yeah, those are the 2 on the side. They're just kind of loading up, just trying to get shots. The one closest to you will do the same and take 2 more shots, trying to strike you from the side. That one, though, definitely finds purchase. 2 bolts magically infused with dwarven runes. 10 piercing, 8 cold, 9 piercing, 7 cold. Youch.
Let's try to deflect first.
Yeah. 1
Reduce
cold
damage
damage.
by 17.
Yeah, and you have cold resistance. I'm gonna just outright say you just tank that shit.
Okay.
Just flex it off. Second one does hit. 9 piercing, and then only 3 cold is your resistance. If I remember correctly, right?
Yeah. Silver Dragon
Cool, yeah.
resistance. I had some temp HP. I think maybe when you unlinked the
I broke it.
AC broke it. How much did I have?
Yeah.
Like 9? 8? It wasn't a whole lot.
Sounds about right. Yeah. Okay. We'll just say then 3 cold and then maybe like 2 or 3 piercing. I'm not going to stress out about it.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. And the 2 in the sort of little mining chamber here. Wood is disguised, and so they're just going to unload at poor 13 here. She is a Sundowie after all, so 1, 2, 3, 4 shots. 1 hit. Thunks into her shoulder. 7 piercing, 6 cold. So 13 points of damage. She's still relatively... Oh, right. Now, more reinforcements. You finally hear this like heavy sort of sound of like a gong. Stones kind of toppling over. And in Undercommon you hear, "Kill them all! Drive them from the tunnels! I need to officially start adding some things to the initiative.
No, you're supposed to remove things from the initiative, Joe, not add them.
That's what
Saying.
my brother said when I was about to be born.
What?
You gotta remove things from the initiative. What?
No, the quote from my oldest brother, who's 18 years older than me, was, "Jesus Christ, Mom, you're supposed to be getting rid of us, not adding to us."
That is goofy. Very goofy indeed. Are you? One moment. We were at here, so that removes that.
Hell yeah.
Oh my goodness, look what was added to the initiative. We don't see them, but someone is making their way. It's getting a little spooky. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, a lot more things are making their way towards you all. You have just really kicked the hornet's nest. Especially since someone said to go to the east. Hello, Barack. Can they make it? Yeah, they can see you. You are a Sundowie, and reports were correct. Can they get you from here? They cannot. Oh, they're gonna do this. Brock! So, the Dwergar are an interesting bunch. Because if you know anything about them, it's now somewhat common history that they were born or created, formed long time ago by an ancient Illithid empire. There's stories of things beyond the stars, so they seem to have weird powers that the others, the Sundowie, simply just do not have. They look at you. These two that are clutched behind sort of these stacks of mining supplies, crates of stones and pickaxes and others, mining gear. They turn towards you. They look. They hold their arms out, and you start to see almost like this spike form from their gauntlets. A familiar psionic sort of sensation, similar to what you can do. And then they look at you, smile, and with a snap of their fingers, they're gone. Brock, you can feel free to roll me an Arcana check. You recognize that these two Dwergar, these that look like this, have just casted invisibility on themselves. That is to the east. That's that. Voda, you're up.
Take a staff to the face, idiot. Probably not that.
13 is a miss.
That.
23 definitely is going to hit, crashing the staff right into the Dwergar's face. Pixels of health.
I'll use a good old flurry of blows.
Okay.
For another 8 bludgeoning on the
All right. Yeah. Twinning of the staff and cracks its head and thunks to the ground, dead.
And my second flurry of blows attack.
God damn. Another 8
8.
points. Severely wounded.
And I was gonna disengage you guys. I got too caught up in the moment. And I used my
Off on the
attack
bridge.
more.
Yeah. So you're spinning around, cutting down a Dwergar, severely wounding it next, and as you are just beating up all these Underdark dwarves, you see on the opposite side of the bridge 2 more dwarves. Some that are a bit more formidable. One in the back with this crazy hair, clad in this heavy armor. The hair is kind of like formed into almost like spikes. They're wearing basically plate mail, holding this great sword that kind of resembles like Brock, but it's a lot more like wicked and jagged. You can see fate and sort of blood just caked onto its side, almost like an executioner. In front of it, another Dwergar, this one a lot more feral. It almost seems to be wearing like another dwarf's skin on top of its face, like a half mask. Its teeth jutted and spiked, hand clutched almost like that as if it's been mutated. It's clearly magical, holding on, and you notice a little nameplate underneath its beard that's just poking out. It seems to say this: Maryland Car Inspections.
Yeah!
It's come to
I'm
inspect the
gonna
car.
run around this corner here.
Okay.
Take an attack of opportunity if you'd like.
Oh, absolutely will.
Nah, too fast.
I'm gonna crit
Wait, hold on.
you. Oh,
War pick enlarged, war pick normal size. Did you attack twice?
no, I should have attacked once, but I'll re-roll it. You're lucky. Or pick normal size. 21. I'll deal 4 piercing to you instead.
Okay, I mean that does it.
Little graze. And don't worry about the normal size and large. Don't worry about any of that. Just pretend you don't know what that is. Okay. Voda, anything else? Go to Robin.
Kale, move up to. Move up to here.
Mhm.
Swing at this guy with my
Okay.
dagger.
That is a hit. I do not think you'll get any sneak attacks, sadly.
I will not.
That's a shame. But you stab him.
For 6 damage.
6. Just a little poke.
And then I am going to bonus action lick my boots of speed. And move back here with Oster. That will provoke an opportunity attack, but with disadvantage.
Okay. What you definitely needed, you could see the war pick coming down quickly, but those boots just make you with a little bit more burst of speed. Goes way over your head. That is a miss.
And I will end my turn.
Beautiful. Up next, Oster.
Alright, I will, seeing that this guy's fine, and trying to check where Voda's at. I couldn't see him for a bit. Okay, he's taking some hits, but it's not too bad. I'm gonna just focus fire, get a little closer. Let me see, measure 15 feet, and I'll lash at him with my my whip,
Okay.
Uh-oh.
my tentacle rod.
whip, and whip. Only one connects.
Ooh.
For one psychic, and that's this fellow here.
Yep.
You did notice though that at least as you whip it a little bit with the tentacle rod, just a little, almost a kiss. It does seem to be a little bit more than you hoped. Instead of one, that is 2 points of psychic.
Ah, nice. And then Oster ducks behind. It's 15 feet. He's gonna get closer to cover again.
Okay. Ready. Wood. You're up.
Alrighty. Knotwood is going to scurry over here.
Yep.
And will proceed to cast Spirit Guardians.
Oh my.
Pamphlets of holy radiant gods start flying around. The sounds of a Carl's Stein clanking against one another spiral from Wood's duplicate.
Beautiful. We love a good Carl.
For Carl.
For Carl! Wisdom saves. So this is radiant damage. 2 saves, and 1 succeeds, 1 fails.
Woohoo! Okay, and then we get to hit for damage. Just doing a little bonk. Oh,
Wisdom.
come on, damage. Okay, I
It's,
will.
3d8. Ooh,
17,
not bad.
please.
17 for the first one, and the one back takes 8. Not wounded yet, close, as radiant energies rip through their dwarven frames.
That's my turn.
Beautiful. Up next, speaking of dwarves, Dwergar. Let me get these fellows. I got so many tabs fucking open. It's my fault having like how many monster types do I have? I can't fucking count right now. Too many. The Dwergar, the wounded one to the west, is going to hunt for Voda because it almost killed him. 5, 10, 15, 20, and sees you around the corner and thunks with the war pick, smacking you, Voda, for a total of 4 piercing. I have others that are trying to join the fray. Just all got a bunch around here. That's fine. And all right, to the east, I have several Dwergar. The 2 that are in the Radiant Circle are just going to keep fighting against Brock. They seem to be at least intelligent enough to not strike the fake copy here, but not as intelligent not to enter into the sphere and get hit. Who's going to make a wisdom save. And fail, take the full 17 Radiant. Alrighty, Brock. 3 swings with disadvantage. It's a miss, and a miss, and a miss. All whiffing or bouncing off that resplendent armor. And in the very center, didn't want to forget you, this one is going to charge at 13 and swing their war pick, which doesn't hit. She just deflects it, pushes it out the way. Very much like Voda would. Speaking of which, 13 immediately retaliates and strikes twice with her empowered tattooed fists. They begin to glow this like soft blue light and just start pummeling as much as she can. Still not fully up to her potential. It doesn't matter. One strike hits him on the chin past his rough white beard. The other one uppercuts, and with a sickly crunch, dead. Crumbles to the ground. Sort of just huffs and puffs and looks around what to do next. These two fellows we haven't even seen yet. They repositioning. Brock, you're up.
All right. For my bonus action, I am going to use Found Cunning, so I can see where these invisible guys are.
Ooh.
Big brain.
The big brain. There's the dwarfs. There we go. With your stone cutting, yeah. You just said you could sense anything.
Yeah. Tremor sense for 60.
Tremor sense.
60 range.
Okay. So what I'll do is this. I will revere the tokens. I'll put a little like stealth icon. Nobody else can see them except you, and you could just sense them. So they won't have the benefit of basically being stealthed, even though they technically are. At least to you. But everyone else, yes. There's my little Lego Ninjago. Here we go. All right. Should be able to see them. They haven't moved yet.
And I am going to attack. 25 will go
There's a hit.
for the top left one.
Got it. 17 total.
Yep. And then again.
Pixels of health.
No, not 5.
Well, that's okay. That's graze, and with a just barely a swipe goes down with the teensiest of paper cuts. Another graze kill.
And I think that'll be it.
Okay, that works for me. Zipping and zooming. My spies. Oh man, there's so many enemies. They're yeah, you really did fucking stir this hornet's nest. Didn't realize just how many guys I had attack you, and it's a lot. Spies. Let's go to the west. 5, 10, 15, 20. Hunting Voda. 25, 30. Voda loves to make new friends. They love saying hello to you too. Voda. Total of 4 shots from these icy light crossbows. Come on. There we go. Total of, whoa, hey, stop. Oh my goodness. It was still going. Alright, Voda. Pulling on the crossbow, lining up, shot, reload, firing a second shot, a total of 2 hits.
I will try to reduce the damage. I do. And I can actually huck that first bolt right back at that person.
Oh my god. Love it. You deflect the attack and fling it right back. And that's a total of 9 points of damage. It gets right into its chest. Confused. It's just twirling the staff. You know what? Normally I don't make too many sort of fear checks or morale breaks with Dwergar because they're pretty stubborn, but you deflecting a crossbow shot and it hitting him right back into its chest, he breaks.
Damn.
He's gonna retreat. I mean, yeah, just fucking ping-ponged it right back at him.
Yeah, you better run.
He looks
Which
for an
point?
exit. The other Dwergar in the main room here. I think they are going to step into the caltrops.
Go,
Yay!
Caltrops.
Yeah, caltrops. 2 of them step in the caltrops. I have to remember what I gotta do here.
I think I still have it.
Scroll it up.
Paste it
Yeah, if you
right
got it
there.
copied. There's been a lot of rolls since then. As an action,
DC 15 Dex saving throw. On a fail, stop moving and take 1 piercing damage. And
Let's roll that to a
until it gains
D4.
At least 1
'Cause-
HP. Its walking speed is reduced by 10.
Okay, so this one's gonna be slowed. The one on the right.
If they move
Roll me a
at half
D4.
speed, they can ignore it.
Got it.
A D4?
Yeah, I like having some variability for instead of just being like a flat. Nobody wants to just take 1 point of damage. That's lame. It's more fun to actually roll dice.
Fair.
The other
Appreciate
one
it.
avoids it, so it's just basically gonna stay there and just gonna like grabbing at its feet. I'm gonna say that's its whole turn because it just stepped on the caltrops. His feet are bleeding. The other one walks past it, and they would go where its body isn't. I mean, 13's right along the way. They keep seeing this other person, so they would just fire at 13. 2 shots. 1 goes wide, 1 crits. Youch. So that is 16. And then 6 cold. She is severely wounded right now. There's one more in the back who would take a shot, and their best target they see is actually Robin. 2 shots at Robin. 14 just goes over your head. Second one connects. Lining up the icy bolt for 4 piercing and 6 cold to you, Robin. 15, 20, 25, 30. Brock, 2 shots for you.
I just
Hey.
miss casting spike growth so much.
Yeah, this would have been a good spike growth spot. Brock, I'm actually going to hit you for once. Hooray! 6 piercing, 8 cold. Second one goes wide. Do I have any more spies hiding? Yes, I do. Yeah, there's a lot of people. You all got this. You're heroes, after all. Maryland car inspections. What's something Maryland car inspections would say? I don't know. I'm gonna ask the chat or
You filled out the form
a
wrong.
specific. You filled out the form wrong.
I don't know.
That will be $575 to make your car street legal.
Jesus
Oh
Christ.
my god. Truly
Zip
terrifying.
ties that I- Okay.
Oh my god.
Years ago.
The zip ties.
Yeah, there was some. I zip tied some parts to my car.
Oh,
Fix it,
yeah, I
like,
believe it.
Years ago.
They run forward, casting some magic, and they
There.
disappear. Well, now we no longer see them, so... Alright, Marilyn. Our stone guards. They run forward. Y'all are about to be overrun shortly. Brock, do they have any? They do. And Brock's just in range. Huzzah! 2 javelins, 1 goes wide, second one connects as these javelins carved in ice runes, dwarvish script. 1 grazes your shoulder, 15 piercing, 9 cold. Youch. And that is my stone guards. And once we're done with this initiative, which is a lot of fucking things, we'll hold off until next time. So, Brock, they don't know that you can see them. So they're going to go... They are going to try to figure out first, where is this magic coming from? They're intelligent enough to realize this. So they're going to make an Arcana check. All right, I need... Wood, can you please make me... Roll me a performance check. I will give you advantage.
Yeah, because I've got perfume.
got perfume. They're just trying to figure out the source of like how this magic is being produced, you know, because it's a visible thing. They got no clue. Might as well just be Brock, so they're just gonna go
Hell
after you.
yeah. It's definitely me, sure.
So they're gonna enter into the bubble. They're gonna make those wisdom saves. Circling around you, thinking that they got the jump on you, but the Spirit Guardian's is gonna blend them up. So 2 saves, 1 and a 2. Both fail, taking the full, was it 17 damage since
7.
last time? Thank you. Not wounded yet, but let me check their invisibility. It breaks anyways. And they just realized, shit. And then just basically.
As they're like going like, ah shit, the invisible is gone. I'll go. You know I can see you anyways, right?
Unknown. And then they're just gonna launch at you. Nothing's working for them, but that's a total of 4 stabs.
Oh boy.
Oh my goodness.
Oh boy, that's a lot that's gonna hit. 3
Mhm.
normal
Luckily, you don't get
attacks. 4 damage.
Oh. Oh.
Still a lot.
15, 16, and then 18 force damage. I mean, these guys are dangerous.
Not dead.
There's some of their special ones here.
But not looking great.
Not looking great. Those are my soul blades. Voda.
Alright. I'm going to try and fire off a leap onto this guy.
Yep.
Close to a normal attack. Oh, that's great.
Oh, that's...
Oh my goodness.
So this normally would do attack. Normally does 3d6 force damage. So I'll
Double the
roll
dice.
6d6.
Yep.
And like I needed him alive so I could heal a bit. But here's 34 damage instead.
All right. We'll do this.
Is he dead?
The leech goes so powerful it explodes its head.
Oh.
But since you rolled a crit, I'm gonna say this: the leech bounces and flies and ricochets and hits the guy to the north of him, the one that's running away.
Wow.
It attaches to this one.
You're very generous.
Ugh, my goodness.
Um,
All right, what did we use for a leech? What was it? I think bloody symbol makes sense.
then
All right.
I'm going to use bonus action to disengage and dodge.
Okay.
I'm gonna backflip right out of here. Try and see what's going on. Kind of regroup with my. See.
Sounds good to me.
Little marker saying dodge.
Robin, you're up.
I'm gonna run up to here. I think that was 40 feet of my movement, which is right now 60 because of the boots.
Mm-hmm. Damn, so fucking fast.
I am going
60
to
feet.
expend a luck point to give
Yep.
this attack advantage. And I am going to swing at the Soul Blader.
That is a hit. Yeah.
Okay. Turn the sneak attack damage back. And I am actually going to do a cunning strike rip at the expense of one of the d6. So that is the last one was a 1, so that is 20 damage, and
All right, wounding him.
I need to make a dexterity saving throw. That is
Does it say what the
I
DC
think
is?
16 passes.
Probably. That's we all are level 8, so that's pretty high. Otherwise, okay, yeah, we'll figure out what the DC is, but yeah, assuming 16 is a success, so you try to trip him as well. Still stands firm, but is bleeding profusely, wounded. Now trying to look towards where you are.
Okay, and then I'm gonna bonus action disengage.
Okay.
And go all the way back over here.
Step, run away. Oster.
And I'll leave my turn.
Perfect. Oster, you are up.
I'm gonna move where I can see what's going on up here a little better. And I don't think I have anything particularly good for that. Damn. Brock is in rough shape.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I don't think I have any good ways of helping you. I was hopeful that there would be like a little bit better placement where I could hit a bunch of them with something, but as it is, I'm gonna throw an ice knife at the center one in the doorway out of these spies.
Okay.
Because I can get them pretty nicely.
$25. That's definitely gonna hit. 3 piercing.
Alright, and
That's a D10.
on a hit, target takes 1d10. Hit or miss, the shard then explodes. The target and each creature within 5 feet of it must succeed on a dex saving throw or take 2d6 cold.
Got it. So I'm assuming you're hitting the
So
middle
all
one.
3 of them.
And
Yeah.
the 3 make dex saves. All of them fail.
Alright, so then it's 2d6 cold. I don't know where the button is for that, so I'm just gonna flat roll 2d6.
7. Okay, not bad. A little exploding knife. All taking cold shards. They're all damaged at this point. Not wounded, but are looking a little bit more beat up.
Alright, and then I'll ask Prisoner 13 if she has any healing potions.
She looks at you. I don't think she has any more. She might have. With an 8, she has 1 basic. That's it.
I will hand her. It's a bonus action to hand somebody something, right?
Yes, but if you would like, you can try a sleight of hand check. And if it passes, no. If not, fails, then it fails. If it's really bad, then it might break.
I'm just gonna hand it to her. Flat
Okay.
then. Use my bonus
That
action. And I will give her a slightly nicer one. I think I have a greater.
Okay.
Can spare.
She'll gladly take it.
Yes. I'll give her a greater. And I've removed that
Perfect.
from my sheet. And then I will duck back behind cover.
Sounds good to me. Wood, you're up.
Alright, the blender still goes.
Mm-hmm.
This time it'll be 19.
Wow.
Okay, because I feel like there's a good chance that this will heal the wounded soul blade, I would like to say now that I made a mistake. I said disengage, but I meant dash.
Ooh.
They could have gotten opportunity attack on me.
Thank you for keeping on. Oh.
Oh my God.
Oh no. All right, so I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna hurt you, obviously, but I'm gonna give you DM inspiration because of how, keeping us honest.
Shouldn't it be a miss because of the disadvantage? Because my boots are still active.
You're right.
Oh,
I'm giving you DM inspiration anyways.
Let's go.
Nicely done. Just for curiosity, because I want to see what it would have done. 28 points of force damage would have stabbed you in the back, but those boots, these magical boots, propel you forward almost like by your feet yourself, flying backwards just by going way faster than normal magically as the soul blade zips over your head. Let's see. Very goofy. All right, give yourself DM inspo. Thank you.
Okay, sorry for interrupting your turn, Wood. I was gonna wait until it
How
was
dare
an
you.
enemy's turn to bring it up, but then it looks like you're probably gonna kill this guy. So.
Robin. Okay. So Spirit Guardians will do 19 damage to anyone who fails that check, and then I would love to give some kitty kisses to Brock, because I can do that with my double, right?
Yep. You can
That's
cast
a spell.
spells as if you were in the space.
Okay. And I am going to cast at the highest level I can.
Fucking go.
Wow.
Holy shit. Oh.
That was a big heal.
He's a big boy, and that's my turn.
That was a good turn. The Dwergar. They're going to start in the blender. Good timing. So that's 19. Ooh, this might kill a few. All right. They're going to make some wisdom saves. Okay. One succeeds, takes half of that, which was 19. So 9. The other one just gets chopped up and crumbles to the ground, dead. Blender doing its work. Turning it down. I have a few more. At least one to the west. Let me check the rest. Okay, I'll get to those at the end. To the west, the wounded one. That is just hunting Voda out of desperation because it has a grudge. The Book of Grudges. Voda, you have a friend. With disadvantage. Nope. Nor even close. All right. And the rest are slowly making their way towards you. Ready? Yeah, say like that. I'll just fall down like so. Okay. The ones in the blender didn't get a chance to attack, so is going to swing once at Barack and actually connect. 9 piercing.
I would have been dead. Thank you. Would.
Big plays. All right. Almost done here. 13. She is going to step forward and she looks at Voda, see the one swing, and it goes over your head. Kind of like she's like clutching at her side. Do you need help or?
She's looking at me.
She's looking at Voda.
Good, good.
Oh. I'm good.
Okay. Gives you a thumbs up. And she is going to chug that greater healing that you gave her.
Good.
16. And she's going to run in the fray. and just start beating the shit out of some Dwergar spies. First punch. Second punch.
Oh my.
That she is. 13. Wounding it, and then 17 plus 7. Yeah, with the last punch, with the crit, it just crashes into its skull and just falls down to the ground, dead. Okay, that is her turn. Now, last but not least, we have 2 enemies that have been slowly trying to figure out their way to you. Let me just move them, and they should be roughly there. And that is where we will save it for next time. Adventurers, thank you for a lovely session. You are kicking some ass, taking some names, fighting some Dwergar. You're putting up a front. Reinforcements are going to be here shortly. Yeah, there's a lot.
Dwergar.
You're fighting a whole clan. So, goddamn. But you got
They shot
this.
at us first, right? Like there was no opportunity to maybe
Yeah.
talk to the people.
I was trying to
Okay,
talk
They
to
did.
you,
They
man,
shot first.
and they
Alright,
just
they
fucking
shot
shot at
first,
us.
I don't feel bad.
Yeah. No.
See
you
if
know
I
how it
tried
goes.
diplomacy again.
They did react very strongly to Brock just existing.
No, they reacted strongly. Well, they did point their weapons at me, but they reacted more strongly to wood making noise or something.
Yeah, I was trying to cast a spell.
Yeah, it was the shenanigans, and then they didn't want none
Then
of
I
that.
figured out a way to do the shenanigans anyway. It just meant that I had to do it in combat.
It all works out. God damn. All right. Well, y'all are doing great. Let's find out what happens next time. Well, I got you. As per usual, schedule. We love that part of the session. May 5th, Cinco de Mayo.
Whoa.
I will be unavailable.
Okay.
Camping in North Carolina, so.
Yes, I remember now. That is fine. If we want to, we could still have the session. That's not a big deal. I don't mind if one player's gone. 2 obviously means it's canceled, but with also it being like a holiday, I'm fine if we want to just take it easy. You know, some people might just want to go out and do some shit because it's Cinco de Mayo. So, up to the rest of you all. I don't really mind either way. It's all good with me.
Does this mean we can have... Wait, but if we do play without Turan, does that mean we get Italian Oster?
Possibly. I'd have to
Is
see.
it just when I'm gone that it's Italian?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, understood. Just wanted to be clear.
Very goofy. We'll leave that. We'll put a pin into it. We'll see if anyone is able to.
If any
So.
of you watched Bleach, just the substitute spirit, substitute souls. Apparently, I have an Italian one.
There you go. Oh god, it's been ages since I even thought about Bleach.
Like Cone, remember
my
the
God.
little pill they put in when they leave their body, so there's still a soul in it, and he was
God.
Alright, I'm ending
he
the
was like a
stream.
perverted
can't
little
remember.
lion.
Bye.